the channel, everybody. Today, hopefully we got an exciting video for you. I'm gonna do a price breakdown on all the money I've ever spent on all these trucks, add it up and give you a grand total, along with all the little things that keep these trucks afloat: insurance, registration, maintenance bills. I'm gonna try and give you guys a ballpark figure on how much I actually spend on these trucks, so that you guys will know this is getting ridiculous. Also, we're gonna do the easiest thing to make a truck look different. We are gonna do wheel swaps on several different trucks. And last but not least, we're gonna talk about a few of them that I will be putting up for sale. I gotta start off by saying I did not ever intend to have so many 12 valves, but I have quite a few of them right now, and I got some new tires and wheels for the first gen. Welcome to the channel. My name's Sam, and this is VBELTANDSON. Today I am going to be putting some different tires and wheels on this truck. Now, I'm not just going out and spending goofy money just because I can. I originally did not want to put these black tires and wheels on, or black wheels, because I just didn't really think they fit the truck. So I put them on there because they're brand new. I didn't have a home for them at the time. And since then, I had been looking on Marketplace to find a nice set of chromes to put on there. So I got these, I think they're Alcoas, I don't know. Decent tires on them. They're 16s. I think they're gonna fit the truck a lot better. Plus, these tires and wheels cost 3 times what I actually paid for the truck. And that brings me to my next point. Video I made about a month ago talking about all these trucks that I have. And there was a lot of questions in that video pertaining to, you know, why would I buy so many of these trucks? There's a lot of people saying, yeah, dude, that is awesome. And I appreciate that, but I never intended to have so many of these trucks. I had a couple things in mind when I'm, cruising through Facebook or Craigslist, and I see a truck that's a decent deal that needs work, and I take that and go, you know what? I see potential in that truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy that one, fix it up. Maybe I'll keep it because I didn't have too much invested initially in it, but at the same time, if I'm going to sell one of these trucks, I'm not going to sell it for the price that I paid for it initially. That just doesn't make any sense. So why I say these trucks are not for sale, mainly at the time they weren't for sale because I told so many people they're not for sale. If you want to buy something, I did have merchandise, so you can buy that. But each one of these trucks I found at a good price, and I just went ahead and chased it down. I didn't pay top dollar for any of these. That's why I ended up with so many of them. And a lot of them were, for instance, the green one. That thing was completely left for dead, and that thing looked like complete trash when I got it. And I still, I got 4,500 bucks into that truck, and insurance and everything on the private driver, non-commercial driver side of things. I only pay like $350 a month or something for 10 trucks, which is nice because you get, if you're only driver on the policy, obviously you can't drive them all at one time. You can't even drive 2 of them at one time unless you're real good. So I have, I'm pretty good driving record, and when you do lump a bunch of trucks together, they give you a multi-vehicle discount. The red one and my dually there, they are fully covered, but the rest of them are just, I hardly ever drive the rest of them, to be honest with you. And I got 4,500 bucks into that truck. The red one, when people are like, oh, there's no way you could get 20 grand for a 12 valve, I got pushing that into that red truck. I'm not going to tell you guys what I have into this one, but I'm going to tell you this much right now. There's a couple ideas that I have in my future that involve, needing some more money. So this is what I'm going to do with this truck. It is going to fall back into its original category of I'm going to paint it, I'm going to make it nice, and I'm going to sell it. If you guys would like to buy it, wait until I have it finished, because I do not want a junky looking truck to leave here. It is mechanically sound, rebuilt the front end, touched up everything on the front of the engine. There's no leaks, starts great, and it's 5-speed manual transmission, 12 valve Cummins. I really actually do like this truck, but when it comes down to just the upkeep and just the cost in general, buying the truck is, in my opinion, the easiest thing to do with these, because you just go out and you give them the money for the truck, but then you got to start dealing with DMV, you got to start dealing with insurance, and then some of these have to be smogged because this state's kind of stupid, and it just becomes a hassle. And then when, if you lose a clutch on something, then, well, there's another $1,000 bucks. that all adds up with all these trucks, and I'm getting a little bit tired of just how many I have, just keeping them maintenance wise. Like oil changes, I did like 7 oil changes last month. I went to DMV and I put 5 different vehicles or trailers in my name last week. That is ridiculous, and I'm getting tired of doing that. So I'm going to thin the herd. I'm going to be selling 2 of these, possibly 3. You guys already know what I paid for the first gen. I'm going to go through that and make it even better than it possibly can be, in my opinion. I don't think the paint is quite worthy of needing to be painted, but this one definitely is, because it has no clear coat left on it. First gen is in the air, so right now don't even ask about the first gen, because it needs to be finished. Purple truck needs to be finished. So let's go down the list. This thing, obviously I'm not going to sell this ever, because this that was a pretty $70 investment right there. But I'm going to go through and show you guys these other trucks just so we get it knocked out, and then we'll go put those chromes on there. Now, I have talked about selling this truck multiple times, but now it is officially going to be for sale. Taylor's truck is going to be definitely on the market probably about the first of the year. It is a 2012, so it is the last year before they started throwing def at this. It was deleted, but I put all the stuff back on it so it could pass smog, and we can sell it if it is a California buyer. It does have a 68 RFE, but I have done transmission work to it, so you still have stock computer tunes, and so it'll pass smog engine wise. Transmission, it is you need transmission tuning for what's in this one, and it's all capable. This thing is ready to roll awesome. It's got brand new tires on it. It's the same tires that are on the first gen currently, but it is a crew cab short bed. She might have it unlocked. Pretty nice truck. Got some good seats on it. They're not beat up, but I think it would have been like a tradesman kind of a truck back in the day. So you go and hit me up on, but I'll go ahead and post the prices when this officially goes for sale. But everybody keeps asking, you know. Price will be negotiable. If you talk me down too much, I will put stock tires back on this thing and stock wheels. I will take those black ones off. It does have a BMW hitch in the back because it's a Haas. Taylor is the second owner of this truck, and the original owner was a female that towed our horse trailer. Again, if it is going to be for sale, I'm not going to tell you the price of what I paid for it on there. And this truck here, this is, I call it Cowboy because I bought it from this old Cowboy. It is an 01 24 valve 5-speed truck, and it is currently non-opt because I just don't have time to even work on it. It needs a heater core, and other than that, it is ready to rock and roll. But it's difficult to drive a truck in wintertime without heat, and it fogs up everything as soon as you turn the heater on. But I paid $3 grand for this truck, and it is a freaking Haas. I freaking love it. Then we got my 04. I honestly probably have about 30,000 into this thing. I paid 12 for it initially, and I've just thrown a lot of aftermarket stuff at it. It's awesome. I kind of wish it was a dually. I just actually picked up a load leash for it the other day off a marketplace, and I don't even know if I'm going to put it on here because I don't like towing with it because it's not a dually. This one is probably the more expensive ones because it gets really bad fuel mileage because it's always towing. Just trial and error, messing around with stuff under the hood, plus the initial cost of the truck. This thing, annually, the registration on this thing cost me about, I think it's $1,400 a year. And I think my insurance is somewhere right around there. I forget that one because that's a commercial one. But since I am not for hire and it's on another multi-vehicle discount kind of thing, I don't need the the biggest insurance there is. But each one of these things, as far as registration, that one's about $350, $400, $400. I don't know what the first gen is, but when I switched that into my name, it was $300. The new dually is about $800 a year. And the rest of them list right about $350, $400 a year. Also, Grandma's truck is pushing mid-20s for how much I've invested in it. Paint job she'll be done. That includes every stupid little thing I've added to it, along with some late fees that we didn't even know about. Thanks, DMV. That's a lot. It's starting to add up, so you can see how I'm getting a little bit tired of it because I can't drive all of them. And as much as I'd like to just hoard these trucks, I'm going to have to fix a couple of them up and try to make a profit on them, or at least just get them out of here because they're just tying up a little bit of cash, and they're tying up just, I'm like, oh, I got to do that to it still. I got to do that to it. I'm going to get them good and sound. The ones that I told you I'm going to sell. Taylor's truck is ready to sell, but we still need it for a couple more days. And then I'll officially post it up on Instagram or something like that, saying to you guys that I might be interested in buying that. Purple truck, I'm going to paint it first because I want it to look cool when it leaves here. I don't want it to look like garbage. But for instance, if anybody's questioning the price, my 96 that looked just like this, it had 330,000 miles on it, 5-speed swap, 215 pump. It was pretty much, it's exactly like this truck, exactly. There's hardly any difference. It had a Renell bumper. It did have a headache rack, but it was 410s, pretty much identical to this truck. I posted up for $12,500, and the next morning somebody came and bought it for what I asked for it the next morning, and had 330,000 miles on it. The engine and trans had less, but this truck's got just a little bit over 200, so if I give her a paint job, I'm going to expect around that or more. I don't care what anybody says, it is what you can get for it. If somebody wants to laugh at the price, then obviously they can't afford it. You got to pay to play, old son. Let's go ahead and put these tires on. Tired of talking. Yeah, you guys seen my trucks about 50 million times. It's getting cold. You guys zoom in with your phones. We got ourselves a semi on the property. That thing's a 1970. You guys see that in a video coming up soon. Hopefully. Well, let's go put these tires on the truck, because I'm guarantee you're tired of hearing me talk. All right, moment of truth. You guys said they were the right lug pattern. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Correct lug pattern. Hopefully they don't rub too bad. There's somebody left a set of 16.5 rims that had 3 good tires and 1 had a hole in it at my grandpa's house, one of the tenants. But then I went up there to get it, and turned out somebody went through, some crook, put something through the sidewall on every one of the 3 good tires. So that's what my original plans were for this truck. I wanted those chromes, but it was cheaper to go this route and just buy these than it would have been to buy, obviously, a whole set of these tires. And I think these tires will be just fine. What do you guys think? Comment below. I think that fits the truck's personality a lot better to have those. 16s is definitely old school. I don't care for those, but the deal was too good to pass up, and I'm a big fan of them chromes. If this doesn't look like a Chuck Norris first gen, I don't know what does. Okay, I don't have the rear caps. Okay, sorry, but check her out. Oh yeah, first gen. I think this bad girl looks so much better with these on it. Ignore that little dent. We'll take care of that at some point in time. This is the good side though. Oh, she is looking clean, brother. Look at that truck. I do like having a first gen, just to say that I have all 4 of the generations. I don't count the new truck like the 19 and 20s as a 5th gen, because it's literally like the same body, cab, bed. Only thing different is the front end. That's like a 06 or like an 05, 06, like that swap they did in Dodge. It's the same truck. So, well, 4.5 gen is that new one. But right now, 1, 2, 3, 4 gens. Got them all. But I did leave you guys hanging earlier when I was talking to you about the total amount that I've ridiculously got away from and spent on all these trucks. I added it up. Probably shouldn't have, because it's embarrassing. Mind you, none of this finance is just like, as time went on, I found another truck, I bought another truck, trying to save them from being scrapped or whatever. And I do have fun with them and use them, but it was a little bit over 260,000 bucks on just trucks. And mind you, they are all the same truck, just time and time again. But when I said I want to sell a couple of them, it's not because, well, I am getting a little bit tired of just having the same truck over and over again. I want to change it up and buy something that I've actually wanted since I was a little kid. If I sell a couple trucks, it's just going to make a little bit of a dent in the amount that I need to spend to get the certain vehicle I'm going after, which is a car that's about 53 to 50 years old, 51 years old, something like that, depending on what year I get. But I just need to, we need to change her up. So I'm going to sell a couple of these things. Plan on beginning of next year. If you're interested in any of these, I'll put my email and all that stuff in the description, but they are going to be on the market very soon. And you guys see the new cars just as soon, I hope. Guys, comment below what you think. I'm gonna go up to the house and grab the these black wheels are gonna go on my 98, by the way, because they are brand new tires and I would like to use them instead of letting them just sit on a first gen that I hardly ever drive. But she looks good, doesn't she? There, give you guys a little sneak peek on what that truck's gonna be looking like.